Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore it last week. So I've actually got like a lot here, so I'm gonna jump right in. I managed to wear at least like 8 of the Dreamhouse Candyman fragrances. I am placing my order tonight because I finally have it narrowed down to the ones that I'm gonna pick, or the ones that I'm gonna get, but I have still, and I might put in another order before it's over. I don't know. It's just that it's just such a good sale, and I just know all of these fragrances are just so amazing. I've had the hardest time with it. But anyways, I'm gonna leave those ones for the end. First one we're gonna talk about is this one here. This is the original Just Juicy Couture. I absolutely love this fragrance. It's like a really pretty, sweet, white floral. It's a mostly tuberose fragrance. It's got some sweet notes in it though. It's got some vanilla and caramel in the base, and the vanilla and the caramel in the base really softens the white florals. So it's just this beautiful, sweet, white floral fragrance. The day that I wore this, I was like, oh my gosh, why do I not wear this fragrance more often? It's such an enjoyable perfume. It's such an easy perfume. It's one of those that you can just grab it and spray it on and go, and you're just gonna smell good. It's not the powerhouse that it used to be. I remember when this perfume first came out, and it was so nuclear. I mean, nuclear. You could put on a few sprays and you would be good for 12 plus hours. Sadly, it's just not like that anymore. You can get maybe half that time out of it now. I can get 5 or 6 hours out of this. It's not horrible, but it's just not as good as it used to be, for sure. So I love this one. I enjoyed it so much, and I'm definitely gonna keep this one out for a while because I feel like I need to wear it more before I put it away. So anyways, that is just the original Juicy Couture. This next one, I knew that I liked this fragrance. I did not realize how well this was gonna work on my skin and how enjoyable of a perfume this was gonna be. This is the fragrance from Michael Buble called By Invitation. It had like a little thing on it that made it look like a little perfume, you know, like a spray perfume bottle, and it was so cute, but it promptly broke off. This is a sweet floral. It gets compared to, for some reason, this gets compared to Decadence from Marc Jacobs. I don't get Decadence at all. This is just like a really sweet floral. It's got like a slight bit of a muskiness in it. Just the slightest bit of a muskiness. It's beautiful. It's like a sweet caramely floral. It's really sweet, and you know, sometimes I love really sweet, sometimes I don't. I really love it in this one though. And I don't know, there was something about this one that was just magic on my skin. I think I got about 4 or 5 hours out of this before I would have needed to reapply. It's one of those that everybody else is gonna smell it on you though, probably for the entire day. I just kind of quit smelling it on myself after about 4 or 5 hours. I would have wanted a refresh after that time, but it was like $6.99 at Ross, so I couldn't be happier. It was $6.99 well spent. I really enjoyed this one. So anyways, that is By Invitation by Michael Buble. Okay, next I wore Zara Violet Blossom. So, oh, I love this perfume. I just pulled this out and talked about it. I forget. I don't even know, I can't remember even now what video it was in, but oh, I love this perfume. Mine has gotten stronger too as it's aged. I've probably got about 70% of my bottle left. I've got quite a big dent in it. It's down to about here, which for me, that's like a lot. I've used a lot. But I absolutely love this perfume. I do go hard with it. I'll put on 10, 12 sprays or so. I'm used to this not really lasting very long, only getting like a couple to a few hours out of it. I sprayed this on, I wear it to bed a lot for that reason, and I sprayed this on before bed one night, or in the evening really, and then I could still smell this when I woke up the next morning. I could still smell it on my clothing. I could still smell it a lot, and I was very surprised. It was really cold out the night that I wore it, but still I've had this for a couple years now, or maybe even a few years now, and it's never performed that well for me. the way that it did. So yeah, I think it's just as it's aging, it's getting stronger and better, which I love. So anyways, I love this one. This is Cherry Blossom, Magnolia, and Tonka Bean, and it's beautiful. It's warm, sweet Tonka. Yeah, like a warm, sweet floral and Tonka fragrance. I love it. It's really beautiful. It's one of my favorite Zara's, and I love my little bottle. I'm so glad that it's aging really well. So anyways, that is Zara Violet Blossom. This next one is the weirdest combination I think I've ever put together. I don't really know what possessed me, but it started with this one. So I put on this Nemat Musk Amber, and I adore this fragrance. It's kind of like a dusty, musty amber, which I love. It's those kinds of ambers are so comforting for me. And I love this one because it's not sweet. It's like a really resinous, kind of like dusty, musty amber. And I absolutely love it. I put this on, and then for some reason I was like, oh, I want to layer something over it. I want to add some sweetness to it. So for whatever reason, I grabbed this. This is Korloff, Miss Korloff. And this fragrance reminds me of Victoria's Secret Love Spell, which is a really weird combination to have like a dusty, musty amber and then layer something that smells kind of like Victoria's Secret Love Spell, which is kind of like a sweet, fruity floral. It was a weird combination. It didn't smell bad, but I don't know what I was thinking, you guys. I don't even know. I was like, oh, maybe it'll smell good. This has got a little bit of a creaminess to it, and it's sweet, and it's really light, and it'll probably just add, because I didn't want to add anything crazy to the amber. I didn't want to like drown it out, and I knew this wouldn't. So it was a weird little combination for a minute, but then this eventually just kind of wore off, and then I was just left with the musk amber, and it was fine. It was just a weird combination, and it was a bedtime combination too, which was strange. But yeah, I wouldn't say that it was awful, like it didn't work, but I don't know that I would do it again. This is just like a really youthful smelling fragrance, and yeah, it really was no match for the musk amber, really is what it boiled down to. So anyways, that is Miss Korloff and Musk Amber from Nemat. Okay, next I wore this one here. This is Donna Karan Cashmere Mist Essence. And I wore this one, I pulled this for like I think my comforting fragrance video. I think that's what I pulled the Violet Blossom for as well, yeah. So anyways, yeah, this one smells like cashmere mist to me, but this smells like a makeup-y, powdery kind of iris fragrance, which is weird because going by the notes on Fragrantica, this doesn't have iris in it. It doesn't really have anything that should smell makeup-y in it, but I don't know. I get this like I get this lipsticky, powdery, makeup-y scent. I mean, to me, this smells very similar to like Lipstick On from Replica, or, you know, one of those kind of makeup-y, lipsticky perfumes. That's kind of what this smells like. But according to the notes, it shouldn't, but it does. And I absolutely love it. This one, it's funny because when I first got this, it's been a few years ago, but when I first picked this up, this thing was nuclear. I could spray this on and it would last me all day. I could easily get 8 hours out of this. Not anymore. I think, and it could be the weather. I want to say I picked this up I think in the summertime, and I think I tested it first in the summertime, and it lasted really, really well. So I have a feeling that this one does a lot better in the heat than it does in the cold, because in the cold, I think I got maybe 3 or 4 hours out of it. It just didn't perform great. So I'm gonna remember that I need to pull this one out and test it in the summertime, because I think it'll perform better in the heat. So anyways, that is Donna Karan Cashmere Mist Essence. Next I wore this here. This is Black Opium Extreme. I pulled this out for my synthetic smelling perfumes video, and I couldn't put it away until I wore it. I actually really, really love this fragrance. This is another comforting fragrance because it's so, oh gosh, I love it. It's so sweet. For me, the coffee is amped up in this. You get more coffee in this one than you do the original. It's sweeter, it's smoother, it's got more coffee in it. It's, oh, I don't know, it smells really sugary and yummy, and I love it. It's really cozy and comforting. Surprisingly, this one lasted really well for me. I think I got a good 6 hours out of it. I would have needed to reapply after 6 hours if I wanted to, you know, keep smelling like this, but every day that I wore a perfume that wore off, I wore a Dreamhouse Curio perfume after that. So yeah, that's how I was able to wear so many fragrances. So yeah, Black Opium, I think I got 5 or 6 hours out of this one or so, Black Opium Extreme. I do think it's super overhyped, or it used to be really, really hyped up and overhyped. And I am glad, I'm really happy to see them releasing all of these flankers. I love the green one. I forget what that one's even called. The green one that just came out, I've got a travel spray of that one. I loved that one. And then the new one that came out, it's like I think it's Black Opium Le Parfum maybe. I'm super excited to see all these flankers coming out, and I can't wait to get my nose on that one. I think I'm gonna order a travel spray of that soon. But yeah, I love this. It's just a really comforting, cozy, sweet, easy to reach for scent. And I love it. I think it's a total staple for anybody's collection, really. So anyways, that is Black Opium Extreme. And then last but not least, oh my gosh, I love this perfume, but my daughter absolutely hates this. This is Lancome Lavandes Trianon. I adore this. I wore this yesterday. And this is such a nuclear fragrance. This is you spray it on once in the morning, you are good. You are gonna smell like this until you wash it off, until you take a shower. It's basically just a whole bunch of different types of lavender and like vanilla. Yeah, it says Vanille Crystalized. Basically like vanilla crystals, I think. It's smooth and I don't know, it's like smooth, it's like candied lavender, if you can imagine that, like smooth candied lavender. I adore this. I sprayed this on right before we left the house, and then Charlotte and I got in the car, and as we were pulling out of the driveway, she said, "Ugh, your skincare stinks." And I said, "That's not my skincare, that's my perfume." And then I realized that literally, I was like, wait, I just had deja vu, because she literally, the exact same thing happened last time I wore this. The last time I wore this, we got into the car, we were pulling out, and she got a whiff of my perfume, and she said the exact same thing. "Ew, your skincare stinks." And I said, "It's not my skincare, it's my perfume." And again, I was like, wow, this has already happened, like we've already done this before. And we had. So every time I wear this, she thinks it's my skincare and she hates it. She thinks it stinks so bad. And all day she kept telling me, "Take off that perfume." And I was like, "There's no taking this off, baby doll. Like it's a permanent fixture until I take a shower." I absolutely love this fragrance though. And I don't know why she thinks it stinks so bad, but she thinks it smells like skincare. So, I adore it. So anyways, that is Lancome Lavandes Trianon. And then let's talk about all of the Dreamhouse Curio fragrances that I wore. So I wore Crestfallen again because I'm just testing these out. I'm just wearing them all again because, well, I'm trying to figure out which ones I'm gonna order. And I think I definitely know which two I'm gonna order. I'm gonna order Je Te Vu and then Get Drifting. Those are the two that I just have to have. But yeah, Crestfallen is gorgeous. It's a chai, and my friend, she just texted me. She ordered Je Te Vu and Mardella, so I am super excited. I haven't smelled Mardella before, so we're gonna get together after she gets hers, and we're gonna sniff each other's. I'm gonna bring all of these. Hopefully she'll get it. I'm hoping that she gets it and that we can get together before the sale is over, because I can bring all of the samples and let her sniff them. And then if she wants anything else, she can get it before the sale's over. But yeah, Crestfallen is a gorgeous chai. This one is like, it's got a whole bunch of, not a whole bunch, but it's got quite a few notes in it. But this is the one that is like chai and a few other notes. I love this. I tested it and wore it. It's a beast. It's so crazy good. I had such a hard time deciding between this one and Je Te Vu, but I definitely have landed on Je Te Vu. I think I have to Not I think, I know I have to have Je te Vu. It's just so, I'm wearing it again today and I'm obsessed with it. Okay, Drifting, I wore Drifting. This is the lavender and musk, and I forget the other note. I think it's only got like 3 notes in it. It's lavender, musk, and maybe a couple other notes. I absolutely love this. This is a fantastic fragrance, and I also have a feeling that this is one that as it ages, it's going to be like a fine wine. It's just going to continue to get more incredible. I can just smell it, and so I have to have Drifting. It's amazing. It's like everything that I'm digging in fragrance right now. Let's see, gosh, I literally wore everything. I wore Kashmiri again. It is fantastic. Oh my gosh, it's so, so good. I had such a hard time. Like, I may end up, like I said, I may end up putting another order in before it's over and getting Kashmiri because it's just one of my favorites. Okay, I also tried this one. So Vincent, the owner, told me that the way that you say this is, and I still don't even know. He said you basically have to say each letter. Oneirogen maybe? Oneirogen. We're gonna go with that. Oh my gosh, this one is fantastic too. And this is another one I was like, oh, I don't even know how I made a decision because this one is amazing. This one is kind of slightly fruity, a little bit floral, a tiny bit sweet. It's fresh smelling. It's amazing. I mean, they're all amazing. I wore Damn Hippie. This is an amazing earthy, kind of light, but it's got a lot of body to it. It's just not a really, really heavy patchouli. It's kind of an earthy, slightly, like the slightest bit sweet, kind of a medium bodied patchouli. It's amazing. I wore that one. I also wore Orange Moonshine. Oh my gosh, this one on your skin, once it starts to dry down, it straight up smells like candied oranges. Seriously. And then some of the spices start to come out. So then you end up, actually not even spices. It's kind of boozy. So it's like candied orange slices with a little bit of booze. That's really what I get mostly. Candied orange slices, like boozy candied orange slices. Oh my gosh, amazing, incredible. Like, I can't even tell you. Let's see, oh, I wore Candyman. This is another one oh my gosh. See, now I'm second guessing myself because I'm like, do I get Je te Vu? And I know I'm gonna get Drifting. I have to have Drifting. I know that that's a solid, but now I'm wondering if I should get Candyman because I absolutely love Candyman. It smells amazing. It lasts forever on me. I could smell this for like 8 hours, and it's another one that I think is gonna age like a fine wine. It's just gonna get better as it ages. Gosh darn it. I thought I knew. I'm probably gonna end up with Candyman and Drifting. I think that's what I'm gonna go with because I really wanted Candyman. There's this one. I need to test this one. I haven't tested this one on skin yet. This one is called Ad Noctem. This is not on the website, but oh my gosh, I am obsessed. I think it smells amazing. It smells like an ambery, like resinous fragrance, and I really need to try that one. Yeah, and I tried Blood Cherry Cordial. Oh my gosh, Blood Cherry Cordial is phenomenal. It is an amazing chocolate and cherry scent. So, so good. This one I think I got about 5 or 6 hours out of it. It's another one that I think will age really, really well. It's only gonna get better with age. I think all of these, they're only gonna get better with age, but yeah, Blood Cherry Cordial, if you spray it on your skin, somebody asked me about the longevity of it. If you spray it on your skin and your clothing, you can get a good 6 hours out of it before you need to reapply. I love it. It's an incredible chocolate and cherry fragrance. So yeah, those are all of I wore so many. Those are all of the Dreamhouse Curio fragrances that I tested this week in trying to figure out which ones I am going to order. So anyways, guys, those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.